So when this started, I thought I was at like 40% for it being intentional because I'm always like that right now with the way that things have been. But now I'm at 99.9, if not 100%.
That's pretty freaking serious.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing if there's a few things that are out of place, but like there's over and over and over again like things that just don't make sense. So Newsom cuts $100 million from the fire prevention budget before the wildfires. Weird.
And what was that? Where did that $100 million go to?
Exactly. Same place the $24 billion went to. Like California's like a black hole for federal funding.
Well, they did show where some of it went to. Like there was a $14,000 donation to the Los Angeles Men's Gay Choir.
Oh.
Like there were all these weird DEI. There's a Breitbart article on it where they break down where some of that money went to for social issues. And each one is weirder than the next.
Yeah, it's like money laundering.
Wait, what is the gay choir singing? All in my butt, put it in my butt. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not freaking. You guys don't remember.
Put it in my butt.
You guys don't remember the video they made about coming for your kids.
Oh, I remember that. I remember marching in the
street. You even need to say gay if it's choir.
That was the choir?
That was the choir, and they also had another hit about vaccination.
He's in my butt. He's in my butt. Put it in my butt. Sorry, I just can't.
Those organizations are no joke. They're no joke.
What?
The gay choir.
Yeah.
The gay men's choir.
Sorry, do you need the gay in there?
You're a choir.
Yeah, you're gay. Right?
Choir, queer, whatever. Just go, Brandon. Sorry, you're cooking.
No, you're good. So, and then they temporarily suspend the annual fire hydrant testing for 2024. So
weird.
What the hell is that?
But by the way, to add to that, because I had on set, I did an emergency Saturday show with a guy named Mark Grobert, America's Untold Stories, super cool guy.
Yeah.
Lives in LA, used to be a reporter, used to be involved with the National Lampoons. He informed me that the issues with the fire hydrants, it's not just that they knew that they were broken and they weren't inspecting them. People steal the fire hydrants. And so they ram into the fire hydrants to steal them for the value in metal, and they know about it. Don't replace them, and some of them that are there don't work, let alone the ones that are there that work don't have water to them. So a fire hydrant theft is an actual problem in California that they know of that they don't resolve.
So real quick to your point, the $100 million and where it went, $100,000 of that money went to what's called the Midnight Stroll Transgender Cafe.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
They also had
Midnight Stroll. Oh, my goodness.
$14,010 went to the Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles, and then there was a $170,000 budget for social justice artwork investments throughout the city to help fund LGBTQ and cultural heritage initiatives.
Nice.
My favorite.
What about the other 99.7%?
Other gay stuff.
Yeah.
No, but jokes aside, it's really hard. We had that homeless. No, Jesus Christ, Brandon.
Brandon's let loose.
He's still bitter that he's shorter than me. But
That explains the computer.
But we had to do research about the homeless budgeting and
24 bill.
It is so obscure, and there's layers and layers and layers and layers. Like we couldn't tell apart who got what money.
Yeah, no, it's like Ukraine. We might as well be giving money to Ukraine when they ask for money.
No, because they said it was like $24 billion, and the most we could account for that the three of us collectively were fact checking in real time. We came up with was it like less than 20 million?
Yeah.
Is what we could actually find went to different charities throughout California to house the homeless. So where does that other $23 billion? We couldn't even account for 20 million.
And homelessness went up 40% since Newsom's been in office, and we keep just pumping money in there to address homelessness.
It's as if the 24 billion went to make more homeless.
Yeah.
Like it's not supposed to work that way.
They openly say they get paid to be homeless. Like Michael Schellenberger went around interviewing homeless people, and they said, like, yeah, we get like $600 a month to be homeless.
Well, that's what the guy said that came on our podcast
Clickstain.
that comes out on Wednesday, was that he was able to steal up to $300 to $600 a day from different. And what they would do is he'll go in, they would ransack a store, grab a bunch of stuff, and then they'll go to a guy on the corner, and the guy will buy it in bulk and then sell it off by items. But that's enough money. You get $300 a day. Okay, maybe they give you $100, but you're homeless. So you're spending all that on booze or drugs?
And I can only imagine how difficult this is for normal people. Like all three of us were Trump certified researchers. He was impressed with the research. Imagine the normal guy at home, all right?
Oh my God.
It is an undeterminable figure. It's like when FEMA says that we didn't give any we didn't run out of money because we were supporting illegal immigrants, because those are two separate piles, but it's under one big umbrella. And the issue about the homelessness getting worse the more they spend. Illegal immigration in California, a sanctuary city in California, now that we've seen one of the arsonists, are we going to get into this? One of the arsonists was an illegal immigrant, alleged, who was wanted on felony probation violations. But yeah, the homelessness problem goes up because they are welcoming in illegal immigrants, turning it into a sanctuary city, and neglecting the fire hydrants.
Yep. And the more homeless people they have, the more money they can ask for from the federal government. But anyway, so another thing, we know that the mayor cut $17 million. The fire chief called her out for that. And the weird thing, she like temporarily got fired, but then ended up not getting fired. So like, that was a whole headline blast that like apparently the Ghana lady fired the lesbian lady.
Ghana lady. So Karen
which lesbian lady? Because there's like 3 of them involved.
Every single one.
They're
that's
all
in charge.
LGBT.
The one that really looks like a guy. The one that's the fire chief.
You're not narrowing it down. I'm sorry.
The one that's like
I know who you're talking about. It was.
I was gonna.
How long can I drag this on for?
I was gonna impersonate it like oh yeah.
Still doing it.
So she cut the budget. No,
is it the one who said that she has to carry her husband out of there? He should have thought.
No,
twice
not
before
that
getting
one.
stuck in a fire.
The one that was like, I don't know where the water comes from, but we need water because we're firefighters.
Can you imagine the fire chief saying, "It's out of idiocracy. I don't know where the water comes from. I don't know if the fire
Yeah, you
hydrants
should.
don't have water.
Do you think she think that it magically appears there? Like she might.
Yeah, bitch, we gotta fill it up. You don't. It's just a magic. Like it's just.
I mean, for us, it does. But we're not the fire chief.
Right.
For us, the hydrant, just water comes out. That's amazing. But for these people, no, they need to know where it comes from.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
So you probably shouldn't have admitted that, lady. But anyway, so next thing, they canceled the burns for the brush fire in the forest, like which is a thing that everybody in the world acknowledges that you should do. Like there's this super flammable stuff that just piles up in the forest over time. I can't think of any conceivable reason why they would cancel, but they did. That was the one I was just showing. Oh.
So that would,
we do that here in Florida a lot. If you go across the Everglades, a lot of time you'll see them doing controlled burns,
absolutely.
and it's in order to make sure that wildfires don't start in the Everglades and spread.
It's even worse than that, Brandon, because they grow eucalyptus plants out there, eucalyptus trees, which grow super fast, are super flammable, but they do it for aesthetic reasons, and they don't do forest clearing, or at least Gavin Newsom says they do, but they don't because they don't believe in it. And I think they're controlled by the Sierra Club activist organizations that doesn't believe in reservoirs, doesn't believe in forest management, and doesn't believe in humanity, doesn't believe anybody should live in Malibu. And now they got their wish.
Right, no, and exactly. And that's another thing Michael Schellenberger was talking about on Tucker last night, that like it's a socialist belief that they want to let Malibu burn because some places like are too dangerous for people to live in. So it's like it's a really like
and built on native reserves or built on native burial grounds,
too?
from what I understand. Yeah. So it's not their land to be living on in the first place.
So like all the conditions were set perfectly for this to go bad. And then the last one where they drain this reservoir that's right next to the place. And I can you go to the next one? And I looked it up. Like that you would think how far do you think this place was? Because I'm gonna show you on a map like how
1,000 feet.
I know the answer. How many feet are in a mile? As the
next
crow
thing.
flies.
What the heck is a kilometer?
There's a map on there. Not that.
It was the Santa Ynez
So it's literally a stone throw away from the thing.
Jeez.
That's where the fires are. Where it says Palisade Fires. That's where the rereservoir was that they.
And it was full.
No,
It's 170
full of
million
air.
gallons, and they drained it.
Why?
They drained it for what?
No, because they said
it's
they were
even worse than that.
They said they were repairing it, but
a
it's
tear
been empty.
in the cloth.
Yeah.
Because it was letting in bird poop and debris into the water, and they thought that 100. Well, but you know, like the water goes through filtration if it's going to be for potable water, and you need to have bird poop water to put out fires. It's when they said we had reservoirs and they were 1 million gallons of water. That's great. They run out in like a few hours if you're putting out one house. This was 117 million gallons reservoir, emptied so they could repair the cloth covering, whatever the sheath, which was supposed to be done a year ago. $150,000 some repairs, minor.
Right.
A year later, still not done.
Okay. So they did this a year ago.
Yeah,
I was looking up wildfire season. Why would you make repairs like this if you know there's seasons for the wildfires? Why not do it out of season so that way if it's down for an extended amount of time you can have it fixed and back up in time for wildfire season?
Other water commission people were saying that it's crazy that they would be freaked out if they were left it empty for more than a few weeks. And this is people from Sacramento where it's not as dry, so it's crazy they left this empty for a year.
It's the way, we all learn this stuff now because we don't live in California. I have family, lots of immediate family, extended family. The Santa Ana winds are a known thing. They're nicknamed the devil winds. Everybody knows it's I don't know what the month is, November to February. The winds pick up. It's dry, it's winter, and they know about this. And they left this empty because of a minor repair for a year. Whether or not it's deliberate, we tinker with the words deliberate or layered negligence, it is could have been prevented, and it's almost by design.
Santa Ana winds are most common during the cooler months of California from September through May. So it's right here now.
Right. And, like, I mean, it would take serious effort to have this much negligence. I mean, I know they always say don't attribute to malice what could be excused with negligence, but this is, like, a serious amount of effort to have this many things go wrong, to make this many bad decisions, because it's not like things where there's one theory or another theory. It's, like, objectively more likely to cause a bad fire if you do each one of these things.
But the Butler assassination attempt.
1,000%.
I was going to say this. You know, Jack Posobiec, they ran the odds. It's infinitesimal that all of those mistakes could have happened one after the other.
Right.
It has to be deliberate.
Right.
It's infinitesimal that everything could have gone wrong the way it did. But if it did, by the way, you're still going to jail because you should have had water in the fire hydrants. Oh, but it was high elevation and we couldn't pump it up. All right, is it your first day on the job, and is this California's first fire?
Yeah. And now you could go to that one where the guy's at the water facility. You could show quick. Go back a little bit. And go back. The one where the guy's walking around the facility.
It was.
And
It
while-
looked
Not
like a
that one.
video.
while,
at the
while
base.
he's looking for it,
Yeah,
I
there
just-
it is,
I
that
saw
one.
him.
Back it up. There. No.
Lower.
There.
Lower.
No,
It's in your
there.
We're
text.
live, people. We're
Higher,
live.
higher. It's in your text.
So he's pretty much just showing there's no construction equipment there or anything, and like you would think that like they would at least be working on the thing, but there's just nothing going on there, no activity.
Extremely quickly. Wednesday, 3 a.m. They
he
were
wearing-
basically out, and there's
A
been a
mask
lot
'cause
of
he's in California.
talk on why this happened.
Fire.
So how long has this reservoir been empty for?
Since
year.
February of last year. There was no communication from the Department of Water and Power to LAFD that there was a water supply issue.
The firefighters, when they started fighting the fires, no one informed them that the reservoir was empty. This reservoir holds 117 million gallons of water. The fire department was using a water supply from 3 backup tanks, each one only holding 1 million gallons of water. They say it's closed for
That's good.
maintenance. Jeez.
But so you can see there's no.
But by the way, he's wearing a mask because he's trying to protect from the smoke. That mask still does nothing.
Still
But
but Brandon, I see where you're going because, bro, it's like how many things can go from cutting the budget to the mayor not being in the country, being in freaking Ghana, to Gavin Newsom talking about the future and the 2.0 and it's almost and again, say all you want about conspiracy. I don't play that shit.
I'll add
There's
one to
videos to show it.
Are you going to get to the other one about donating 20% of the firefighting equipment to Ukraine over the last
Well, there,
year
no,
and
there
a
was
half?
honestly so much stuff that like I did leave that one out, but also they have prisoners now that are fighting the fires. Did you hear about that
Yeah, and
one?
then once they're done, that's gonna go to your house and loot and take everything
So-
from your
well,
house.
Did
Let
you
me
see
run-
that there
let
are
me-
actual
Let me
looters
run
that
through
are...
these real quick though. So these fires start at the same time. Apparently, the satellite footage shows that three
weird.
different fires start at the same time.
Like,
Yeah.
what are the odds? What are the odds of that?
Well, this to Steelman, there could be, if you play while we go this, it could be a logical explanation when you have strong winds, power lines go down at the same time. If it's going to be arson, I mean, I don't know how they're going to start them at the same time. But,
I mean,
Yeah.
if they all have cell phones and they were all let into the border and they're all illegals and their job is to
No,
destroy.
I think people with that video are hypothesizing directed
direct energy
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
But
or I call it Miguel from freaking.
the Jew lasers,
Yes.
the Jew space lasers
Hey,
is what they
thank
were.
you. Please refer to
I'm
them
sorry.
in their full
The-
name, the Jewish space lasers.
The Hebraic space lasers from outer space. That's what Zuckerberg's necklace does. It protects from the space
I
lasers.
love
It deflects it back.
having a Jewish guy on the panel because we can get away with that type of stuff.
Yep.
Right.
So and then you have this going on a lot. I don't know why this is happening.
What is this?
It's people just lighting fires up.
Look at him. Look. I would.
What's up? Oh, nothing. Nothing.
What's
Just
up?
burning the
She's
shit
on
down.
meth.
It's like
She's on
zombie.
meth.
It's like
But the
zombies.
person is on meth. There's quite no doubt about that.
Goes in.
Oh shit.
So
she throws like a
by the way, I
girl.
know that exit.
Next.
That's LA. I've been there.
So, by the way, on the arsons, because Mark Robert picking his brain as well. Apparently, a lot of the people who do meth need to they get perpetual highs. It's a very short high. You got to do it over and over again, and so they do literally maintain burning butane so they can get high whenever they need to, like every second.
if I caught somebody starting a big fire like that, I would throw them in the fire.
Well,
Yeah.
but the California would just let them go because they're not cooperating
And
with
they
ICE
would
to
throw you in the
deport the
fire.
illegal.
We're racing.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's Newsom talking about the smart cities that he's very excited for.
I think this,
All of that
and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not
clenched
just hosting those
fists
three.
Oh, this is the only
show
iconic
before. Yeah, we
venues,
saw it.
So
but
we can
also
skip this
the
one because Vinny
opportunity-
talked about it.
I love watching his hand
But
gestures.
so this thing I found on the internet the other day. This is a whole giant PDF they laid out in 2019, talking about this, like the layout for the smart city, the plans for it, and how it's going to look and everything. So it's something they've been actively thinking about for a long time.
Well, you know what Rahm Emanuel said: never let a crisis go to waste.
Oh, he
This
did.
is it.
I know that predates him, but the problem with that theory that they burnt it down to rebuild for 2028, they don't have enough time to rebuild it for 2028.
No, I don't think they're rebuilding for 2028. The railway's taken like 20 years to build.
Yeah, they did. They got like 1 kilometer section of it, or 0.6 of a freedom mile. The
think
biggest
that.
real concern is they're just going to grab all that very valuable land, like
Exactly.
they did in Lahaina. Eminent domain, say it's worth nothing now, and they're not going to let the
Expedited.
people who have houses go back to it because they're going to say the whole area is contaminated. Sorry, James Woods, it's a miracle your house didn't burn, but it's a landslide risk.
Yeah,
Now we need to take it.
a
and
third
the
of your
policies
money.
were canceled too, so I don't think that's an accident
Yeah,
either.
no, the policies. That's another. Oh my God, dude, it's.
The policies were the result of then the insurance companies saying, yes, this is extremely high risk. We can't jack up the premiums as we need to because it needs state authorization.
Right.
So we're pulling them.
Yeah.
It's a commercial decision.
and the
It's
state created
reasonable.
those conditions.
Guys, I didn't know that. Brandon, great story. I didn't know we're gonna stay in California, but you
Dude,
have
it's
a Humvee
endless.
that was stolen in
Well,
Los
you were
Angeles, guys. And the hits just keep on coming for Cali. So if you like this clip, click right here, and if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.